People have said Joshua Maponga is getting mad by actually practicing African spirituality. There is this picture of Joshua Maponga in the mountains and several of those where he was. And there is a picture of Nelson Chamisa. And the question that I ask is, what is the difference? There's no difference. Both of them, they are practicing spirituality. And we can even go back. You look at the likes of Paul Maja, on his book, the book of his history, you see him close to the mountains. And the history has it that he was on top of the mountains when he got the vision to start the church. And I know in Zayaja, where I used to be, there is the story of Babaguti at the mountains of Bindura. So when you look at African spirituality, it will look at what Maponga is doing. If it was a pastor was doing it, people would say, or if it was Shepherd Bushiri was doing it, people would say, my prayers have been answered, I am in the mountains. And the question is, what is the difference? What I've seen people trying to put out there is that some were saying that he is in the mountains being taken a picture by a phone that was invented by white people. But the truth be told that the first telephone was invented by a black man, and the first mobile phone was invented by a black man. So the invention or being developed by someone from the West does not necessarily mean that it is an evil thing. In fact, most of the oldest inventions that have been known, they are actually in Africa. You go to the pyramids of Giza, they were made by Africans. So inventions do not mean that they are all white. Most of the inventions that are still standing today, they were done by black people. It's only that white people came and plundered our resources, and now they seem to be on top of us more than we are on top of them. But in terms of intellectual capacity, in terms of intellectual prowess, in terms of resources, we are far much better than them. And that should be applauded. And I think that making an argument about Joshua Maponga doing or practicing his spirituality should only be based on facts, not based on inferences or based on our desires and emotions without putting facts. Let us debate Joshua Maponga using facts. And I know many of the people, they don't have facts against Joshua Maponga. I'm not his total fan either. But I believe that if you are to attack someone, attack them using facts. Don't use emotions. Otherwise, you have lost the argument. And I think many of the Zimbabweans or people that have started, this trend of saying Joshua Maponga is mad, they have lost the argument with Joshua Maponga. But what do you make of the situation, what Joshua Maponga is doing? To me, I don't see anything wrong. If you see anything wrong with Joshua Maponga, you also must see anything wrong with what preachers of today are doing.